I'll never forget the day I spoke at a conference for church workers in the nation of Fiji. 600 people had come in from the dozens of surrounding islands to attend. I just finished giving a closing challenge to the mostly male audience to not be so focused on ministry that they neglected their own families. When I issued an invitation to repent and to commit to training their children in the Lord, almost the entire audience surged forward. They began pouring out their hearts to God, asking Him for forgiveness. I'd never before heard prayer like I heard on that day, and rarely have I ever since. As I thought about that experience, it led me to ask, why don't our prayers have that kind of power and passion? What are we missing? For that matter, what am I missing? I believe the answer is found in the type of prayer we read about in Daniel chapter 9. This was a desperate plea uttered by one man on behalf of his nation that had come under God's judgment. When we read Daniel's words, we don't find a casual, everyday, pray as you feel like it kind of prayer. What we find is a prayer from a man who is committed to persevere over every obstacle until heaven was moved and nations were changed. In this Bible study, we're going to look closely at the Daniel prayer to see what it teaches on how you and I can learn to pray in a way that storms the gates of heaven and doesn't let go until things change. We will examine how praying in this way is a commitment that involves preparing for prayer, prompting in prayer, pleading in prayer, prevailing in prayer, and battling in prayer. We will see how this type of prayer changes hearts and changes nations, even in the midst of our troubled world today. I invite you to join with me as we explore this fascinating prayer from Daniel. In the process, I think you'll find it will lead you to a greater dimension in your prayer life than you ever thought possible.